Like, comment, subscribe, then share. Let's get into it. I did a video too long ago about an individual named Charleston White. Okay. And it seems like this individual is getting worse and worse. Okay. Now, I think that a lot of people roam this earth thinking that they can just say anything and not have any kind of consequences behind that. Okay. When I was growing up, one of the biggest lies they had us repeat was sticks and stones may break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's the biggest lie that you could possibly ever teach to anybody, a child, an adult, or anything. And see, I really do believe that Donald Trump was a poor example for a leader, as is Joe Biden. They both straight up suck, okay? I don't like either one of them, all right? But let's talk a little bit about Charleston White's, his idol, or his God with a small g, which is Donald Trump, Donald J. Trump, okay? He goes around and he talks a bunch of nonsense, but then again, he says some things that are correct. He says some good things. See, that's the thing. That's the same pattern that Charleston White is doing. He's following in the footsteps of his mentor, Donald Trump. But see, here's one thing that Donald Trump and Charleston White fail to realize, okay? In Matthew 12:36 in the Bible, it says that every idle word that a man speaketh, he shall give account for in the day of judgment. Okay? Period. Every idle word that a man speak, he shall give account for in the day of judgment. Okay? Charleston White, he says some, I would say out of 7 things that he says 3 that is good, but he'll turn around and say 7 that are ultimately disgusting. Okay? He spews hate out of his mouth. He spews poison. He talks about dead people. He talks about alive people who had nothing to do with the situations that he injects them in. Okay. And that is very, very dangerous. Okay. He gives out false addresses to protect himself from the gang members who he disses online, but he fails to realize he is not going to have spiritual protection, because what he's doing is he's violating spiritual laws, him and his mentor, Donald Trump. Okay? I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how many YouTube followers you got, okay? If you have a platform, you need to use that platform responsibly. If you don't, there will be a consequence to pay. Simple as that. All right? Nobody is able to violate spiritual laws and not have any kind of spiritual consequences for it. Okay, it just doesn't work that way. All right, and see, the thing that I've noticed about these people like Charleston White and Donald Trump is they're like a malignant cancer. Okay, they reduplicate more cancers, cancers, cancers. Okay, and the Houston Police Department came out and said they did a very noble thing and said that they won't protect Mr. White, and I don't blame them. Okay, now is Charleston White possibly a police? Yes. Is he possibly, I would say, a shill? Yes, he is. I really do believe that Charleston White is put in place by some very powerful people, right? He's given a platform to do and cause destruction, which he's doing. Okay? Now, I think that in this day and age, people need to think critically and people need to stop taking everything for face value. Okay, this man says that he created a character online, but is what he fails to realize. He said some absolutely disgusting things that could possibly get him killed, or he talking about how he wants to make money. He says some absolutely disgusting things that he might be making money now, but later on, right, it's gonna come back and bite him in his butt because he is still a black man in America. Okay? Let's not get it twisted, people. All right? You cannot say and do things in this life and not expect consequences for it. See, here's the thing about consequences, right? Here's the thing about consequences, okay? You can choose the things you do and say, but sometimes the consequences of the things that you do and say will choose you. I'll say that again. You can choose the things that you do and say, but sometimes the consequences will choose you. Okay? I think that this man is very dangerous to the black community. He's very dangerous to any community. And he is the only person that I know that can threaten a police department, use violence over social media, because I reported him to Facebook standards and he still have a page. Lets me know that he is connected to some kind of powerful people or organization. All right? Listen, we living in a time, we living in some very, very dangerous times that we live in today. And I want to leave y'all with this. Okay? Watch the people who you follow behind or think is cool. We have a lot of young, especially black males, who are lost and who don't and are looking for guidance. But the problem is you got people like Charleston White who see an opportunity to fill that vacuum, and they're doing so for personal gain, but they're causing destruction. All right? He said some things about King Von's mom, and I think he had a child. He says some disgusting things about that dead man. Okay, now King Von, he is in judgment. Okay, Charleston White, and when King Von died, okay, that was it. You have no business bringing up a dead man who is in judgment. I hope he's not paying for the destruction that he did. But I guess what? Hebrews 9:27 says that it is appointed for a man once to die, but after this is the judgment. Okay? Facebook, stop following these clowns. And Charleston White, if you see this video, right? You need to knock it off, man. Because I'm telling you, you keep knocking at the devil's door. One day, he gonna answer. Better yet, one day, he might send somebody to answer it for him. And when he does, like I said, you can choose what you do or say. Sometimes what you do or say is going to choose you. This is my video for the day. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.